Erica is a piano teacher. She arrives home at night and finds her mother awake, waiting for her in the living room. The elderly woman immediately questions her about the time she got back and points out that her last class was 3 hours ago. The air grows tense between them as the mother demands explanations, asserting a control that does not relent. Annoyed, the mother snatches her purse and begins to search through its contents suspiciously. She finds a dress and is outraged by the expense, insisting that she doesn't need new clothes. The accusation hits Erica, who loses control and unleashes her fury on her mother. The blow shatters the silence of the house and leaves her trembling from the excess. Moments later, the elderly woman appears, sad and hurt by the attack. She tells her daughter that no daughter should ever hit her mother. Her voice is heavy with disappointment. The reproach stops Erica, who collapses under the weight of her guilt. She asks for forgiveness and hugs her. She tries to explain that she acted out of anger, hoping to make amends, but the rift remains. Later, the two of them sleep together in the same bed. The woman, about 50 years old, lies under her mother's watchful gaze, like a child still being controlled. The closeness reveals a toxic relationship, marked by dependence and constant surveillance. The next day, Erica gives a lesson to Anna, a young woman rehearsing for a recital. She corrects postures, cues entrances, and demands precision in every measure. She also attends to other students. Among them, a boy is unable to follow the score with the rigor she requires. After that class, Erica and her mother visit Anna's mother's house. Walter, the nephew, is also there, watching the teacher closely. Erica gives a small concert for those present and performs the piece with absolute mastery. When she finishes, the room fills with applause, and Walter's admiration for her grows. While everyone is chatting, Walter approaches Erica. She greets him with a haughty attitude, a polished distance that highlights her coldness. He tries to be friendly, but his gestures bounce off a wall of indifference. A subtle tension lingers between them, with no way out. A few minutes later, Walter announces that he wants to play a piece, inspired by what he just heard. He sits at the piano and moves his fingers with confidence, producing a firm and fluid sound. Erica says nothing, but her expression reveals a restrained admiration. The echo of the music leaves a spark in the air, hard to extinguish. The next day, Erica practices a piece with other teachers. Shortly after, Erica enters a shopping mall and heads to a magazine and video store. She walks through the aisles with controlled calm and goes into one of the video rooms. There, she watches adult films, letting hidden desires surface, desires she fiercely keeps concealed. She leaves without looking at anyone, closing that fold before anyone can follow her. During her next class, Erica is working with 2 students when Walter opens the door. He wants to talk about his upcoming admission to the conservatory. Erica is not pleased. She tells him to go to the admissions office and asks him not to interrupt. She expels him from the room, and the closing door marks a clear boundary. That same day, Walter shows up for his audition at the academy. The professors watch attentively, including Erica, as the young man performs excellently. When he leaves, they ask Erica for her opinion. She makes her disagreement with his admission clear and votes against it, sowing a silent dispute. Despite her vote, Walter is ultimately admitted. Later in the bathroom, Erica shaves herself where you already know, but only manages to hurt herself, so she carefully cleans every trace. She puts everything away with an almost ritual care, as if to hide it from her mother's eyes. In Walter's first class with Erica, he tries to start a conversation. He looks for an opening, a gesture, a word. She remains distant and sets the tone. In her classroom, only the piano is played. The boundary is set, and Walter understands that he must stick to that strict line. Days later, Erica watches Walter interact with Anna. They play together and laugh at the piano, sharing a light rhythm. The teacher suffers a fit of jealousy that makes her fingers tense up. She goes to the cloakroom, breaks a bottle, and hides the sharp shards in Anna's coat pocket, setting a cold trap. Just as she planned, Anna cuts her hand when putting on the coat. For the young woman, who dreams of being a pianist and has a recital coming up, it's a tragedy. She mentions that the sight of blood makes her dizzy, and Erica heads to the bathroom with restrained calm. Walter follows her, still looking uneasy. Once there, the young man doesn't hesitate to kiss her, breaking through Erica's barriers for the first time. She lets herself go and even touches him. When he tries to go further and return her caresses, she pulls away. She asks him to stay still and stand up, and he, surprised by the request, agrees without fully understanding, thrown off balance by this strange rule. In the next class, the tension becomes palpable. Walter tries to get close to her again. He wants to talk and get to know her better. Erica pulls away, uncomfortable, and rejects the connection. She hands him a letter and asks him to read it in private, leaving a dark promise between the lines. After class, Walter follows her to her house. Erica's mother greets them, bewildered by the visit. Erica and Walter lock themselves in a room and push a wardrobe against the door to keep her mother out. Privacy is imposed by force, and the air grows heavy. Once alone, Erica asks him to read the letter. He sits beside her and begins to read the lines carefully. What he finds is neither romantic nor poetic. They are dark desires, blows, humiliation, degradation, written with precision. Reading it unsettles him. It chills him to the core. Then Erica opens a box containing objects meant to fulfill those fantasies. Walter looks at her in disbelief, still trying to process the words. She asks him if he is upset. Faced with his silence, Erica insists. She gives him control and promises to obey him in everything, even letting him choose her clothes every day, pushing the limit one step further. Finally, Walter replies that he doesn't want to dirty his hands with someone so twisted. He gets up and leaves, leaving Erica alone with her open box. That night, Erica curls up next to her mother. The old woman confronts her. She accuses her of being rude for allowing a boy to visit her at that hour and locking herself in with him. Suddenly, Erica lunges at her mother and tries to kiss her. The old woman screams and begs her to let go. Erica listens, pulls away, and remains motionless, crossing and halting at an abyssal boundary. The next day, Erica looks for Walter in the locker room after a rugby game. When they are alone, she begs him for forgiveness. She displays a need and humiliation never before seen in her. Walter gives in to the impulse and uses his mouth. But when it's over, Erica vomits. He is offended and points out that no woman had ever done that to him before. She apologizes and tries to get closer, but he asks her to leave, raising an even higher wall. That night, Walter arrives at Erica's house and wakes her up. She sleeps next to her mother. When she opens the door, she sees a Walter out of control, accusing her of what she stirs up in his mind. He confesses that he was under her window fantasizing about her, making his disturbance clear. Without stopping, Walter starts insulting her and loses control. Erica's mother appears and threatens to call the police if he doesn't leave. Walter drags her to her room, closes the door, and when she tries to leave, he drags her back in and locks the door. He focuses on Erica and slaps her hard, reminding her of the letter. She begs him to stop and he kicks her in the face, leaving blood on the pianist's face and a chilling fear. Walter goes to the kitchen and pours himself a glass of water. He reproaches Erica, telling her that she is responsible for making him act this way and accuses her of hiding her emotions behind a cold facade. He threatens to hit her again. Erica runs away, begging him not to do it. The chase inside the house makes both their pulses race. He says he just wants to play, but makes it clear he won't follow her rules. Erica becomes unreadable. Then, he pushes her to the floor, gets on top of her, and kisses her without receiving any response. All resistance drains from Erica's body, leaving her rigid under his weight. Walter moves on top of her. When he's finished, he warns her not to tell anyone what happened. He claims he's doing it for her own good. The next morning, Erica takes a knife from the kitchen and puts it in her purse. She leaves with her mother, heading to the auditorium where Anna was supposed to perform. Anna, with her injured hand, can't perform, so Erica will take her place. She walks in silence, clutching her purse tightly against her body. Without entering the theater, Erica waits by the entrance. A group of people arrives. They are Walter's parents, who greet her, and he smiles at them without stopping, walking past as if nothing had happened. While everyone else goes in to watch the recital, Erica takes the knife out of her purse. Without thinking, she stabs herself in the heart, pulls it out, and puts it back in her purse. Her expression doesn't change. She doesn't scream, doesn't cry, doesn't show any pain. She turns around and leaves the place in silence, leaving behind an unfathomable emptiness and the certainty of a point of no return.